our pinch point was around reporting, around getting accurate reports in a timely fashion. And we originally engaged with Verodat to do job costings. And then once we got into the discovery phase, we discovered that we had blockage in the payroll system around timing and how that was reported and jobs were categorized. That I suppose we were working around, and we didn't know was an issue until we went looking for something else. And we're using Verodat now to streamline, speed up our payroll processing system. So what was taking us for 2 people 3 days every 2 weeks is now coming in less than a day every 2 weeks. So that's a major bonus for us, because obviously there's huge efficiencies. The data is more accurate, and obviously when you're dealing with payroll, every cent matters. There's no room for rounding or inaccuracies or anything like that. Everything has to be correct. So that's where we're using Verodat, and that's how I suppose I see it impacting on us, is that it's giving us back time to do other things like financial reporting and proper analysis, financial analysis of the business.
So I know that in the integration of Verodat into your business, there is some kind of AI being used. But I suppose if you look back, were you thinking about AI when you called it Verodat, or were you kind of earlier on in the piece where it was like, look, we have a business problem, I wonder how we can solve this, and then it was kind of that data and AI piece on?
Yeah, it was definitely the former. We had a business problem, and then obviously working with Verodat, again, it came through a post on LinkedIn, and it's just something, it was kind of a time and place thing. We were talking about it here in the office. We were kind of looking at different solutions. A post on LinkedIn led to an inquiry. And then we thought, yeah, actually, this is the business problem that we could solve with Verodat AI, that technology that we hadn't been using previously. Everyone talks about AI is the next big thing, right? And there's a lot of mystique around it. It's going to do everything from make your bed in the morning to comb your hair to solve your business problems, to do everything. But no one knows what it is or how it's going to impact us. So I suppose this was very much, from a Sammin Engineering point of view, our, I suppose, toe in the water experience of what AI could do for our business. And based on what we've experienced with Verodat, this is, I would say, we're probably at the early stages of implementing AI or integrating it further into the business. There's, the more you do, the more scope you can see that there is for more AI in the business.
In terms of the seeing value and like an improvement in your business during that process of engaging with Verodat, so how quickly was that for you to start seeing, oh, actually, this is valuable?
What the process has done is allowed us to, I suppose, shine a light on our own internal processes, how we use the workflow with Verodat to help clean up some of the processes that we were using. So I suppose it has an indirect initial improvement on our own in-house efficiencies and processes. And once we get Verodat fully off the ground, then I can see about two person days in the office here will be given back to us, which is huge.
You touched on this. You obviously been started with the kind of the payroll and like, obviously that's still in process, but that you're seeing other ways that perhaps the Verodat and the AI tools could deliver value for your organization. So do you have any examples of the other applications that you're starting to think that it can actually help with?
Definitely around job analysis. We're even looking at things like voice notes when we come onto site, where it'll give us a status report on the job and tell us who's in on a particular day. So they're the kind of things we're looking at. But I suppose our priority is to get the payroll section. We want to get that kind of fully up and going. And once we do that, then, I think I won't say the sky's the limit, but I think there's huge opportunity.
Right.
And a lot of it is allowing us to get better information faster to allow us to make decisions quicker.
Yeah.
And quality decisions. What I would say to any other business is, we're probably at the stage in AI now where, we're on dial-up. We haven't got to broadband yet, and those that adopt it early, will get an advantage.
Sure.
that will carry further. So I would say absolutely get on the AI train, because it's going to affect everything. From our point of view, it's not going to drive vans to site, and it's not going to, unload vans and do all the physical tasks we have to do. but the business operation and function will definitely be helped and will be streamlined, and that will allow us. Oh, everyone in business struggles for time, and AI will give us back time. So from that point of view, how could you not recommend it?
I know you're entering the world of AI through Verodat. So I guess my question is, were you part of that camp that was nervous about embracing AI tools? And if so, how have you felt, I guess, that Verodat has eased those nervousness or the risks around it?
Yeah, I would have been. And to me, the skepticism is coming from a lack of knowledge, but also where do you go to find out about AI?
Mm.
AI is a kind of a coverall blanket, right? And it's a bit like trying to know what a color is and reading about it in a book. Unless you can see it and experience it, it's kind of hard to get a handle on what it is. So
Yeah, for sure.
when someone says, "Oh, you should have AI in your business," AI to do what? Or
Yeah.
what is AI? I can't go out to the shop and buy AI and just bring it back in and sit in the middle of the floor, and all of a
For
sudden my
sure.
life is better. So a lot of it, I think, comes down to, people talk about AI, but no one knows what it is, how to implement it, or even who to talk to about it.
Yeah.
So Verodat was our window into the world of AI. You can try something, you can go down a road, it works, it doesn't work, and you can carry on from there. Whereas when it's all hypothetical, like go back 200 years ago and tell people that you can push something on the wall and the room lights up, and let us experience it. It's the same thing,
Yeah.
So I think the skepticism around AI comes down to an awareness and an understanding. And Verodat, they helped us with our journey into and even towards AI. Like that's a big thing. Having someone there that understands it and understands how a business works and tries to help integrate the two.